word artist, Nour Shadid. She is a proud Palestinian daughter. She is a spoken word artist, and she has been using her words as a platform to speak up for Palestine.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Today I'll be reciting a poem I wrote called Mothers of the Revolution. I'm going to say this loud and clear for everyone to hear. To every mama and teta, khalto and amto, in my heart I hold you dear. To every lesson child's mother, standing tall in the midst of the rubble, a beacon of hope through the struggle, the root of our resistance though it's subtle. My beautiful lesson mothers, I'm sorry for all the trouble. I'm sorry you worry about whether or not your child gets another day. I'm sorry you have to see your children laying there decayed. I'm sorry you have to shroud them and lay them in a child-sized grave. I'm sorry you have to hear your children crying every day out of hunger and sadness and straight up pure rage. I'm sorry you don't get to laugh with your kids and teach them how to play. I'm sorry you don't get to sit and gossip in your local cafe and eat sweets and drink coffee and sit and laugh all day. I'm sorry you got gifted death on Mother's Day instead of a beautiful bouquet. To every lesson mother-to-be, I'm sorry your unborn baby saw evil before feeling mercy. I'm sorry they were protected by your womb but still experienced cruelty. I'm sorry they never knew about our sugar-coated world and its beauty. I'm sorry you never got to raise them or live your motherly duties. Teach them how to walk and talk, watch them walk the stage proudly, get married, have kids, and make your grandchildren afternoon tea. To every mother of a fighter, your son holds the lighter that sparked the revolution, there's nothing mightier. I'm sorry your son was someone who had to leave for the sake of your people fighting to give them liberty. I'm sorry you go to sleep at night not knowing of his well-being. Is he alive? Is he asleep? Is he hungry or thirsty? I'm sorry you had to teach your son the meaning of resistance as a baby. I'm sorry he was guaranteed a life filled with misery. I'm sorry he might never come home. I'm sorry he's being killed for our sacred golden dome. I'm sorry he was taught to fight guns with stones. I'm sorry there's a high chance your baby's lying on the side of the road, like a possum left rotting, dying all alone. But I can tell you right now, he's sitting on a throne, in the heavens way up high, living in his eternal home. To every mother of a Shifa, please forgive me. There was nothing I could do except look at your remains through my screen. There was nothing I could do except read about your torture and brutality. There was nothing I could do except cry for your unborn babies, for your unprotected pregnancies, for your stolen dignity. I'm sorry you weren't spared to decency. I'm sorry your husbands had to watch and your children had to see your rights being stolen, your purity taken forcefully. I promise I will do everything in my power till the day that I die to earn you your justice. Your names will be held high. Every raindrop from the sky is a teardrop from your eyes. One day, the entire world will know about your cries. I'm sorry to his mother. I wish they never got in that car. I'm sorry she had to suffer. I wish they made it to the south. I wish your life wasn't a constant struggle. I'm sorry you'll never get to kiss her, hug her, tell her you love her. I'm sorry she had to see their bodies laying there uncovered. I'm sorry they had to leave her alone. In death she was smothered. I'm sorry in the race of death they were chosen to outrun her. I'm sorry to every child who's standing there today, alone, unable to wish their mother a happy Mother's Day. I don't know your pain, but I know that there's a stain on your heart where your mother remains. I know it's hard to explain in front of a camera all your pain. I'm sorry you have to show the world her body is inhumane. I'm sorry they feel entertained when they look at her lifeless remains, but she didn't die in vain. I promise she didn't die in vain. You'll one day meet again in the greatest of domains. You'll one day forget your suffering, every ounce of grief and pain. To every mother of every student, I'm so proud of them and you. They are speaking nothing but the truth. They are sacrificing themselves, their future, and their pursuits, fighting for the liberty of people they never knew. And it's all because of you, oh mother of the students. This is me showing my gratitude. To Aaron Bushnell's mom, his heart was too big for his own good. It was justice and love and peace for which he stood. He was strong and fierce and fought all forms of falsehood. I'm sorry you had to see his last breath and last screams. I'm sorry they pulled out guns and approached him violently. I'm sorry they cared more about their own lives than his burning body. I'm sorry the country he fought for treated him like a nobody. I'm sorry we live in a world where Aaron thought this was necessary. I'm sorry, Teta, that you had to leave your home. I'm sorry you barely get to pray in your sacred golden dome. I'm sorry that to you, freedom is unknown. I'm sorry as a child whose cruelty you were shown. Kicked out of your only home, in the streets you roamed, passing dead bodies, rotting all alone, barefoot, not knowing where else to go. I'm sorry, Mama, that you never got a home. You never got to go outside and smell her air and feel the sun as it shone. I'm sorry by your own land you were disowned. I'm sorry you're treated like an outsider whenever you visit home. I'm sorry they called you a terrorist when you tried to enter our golden dome. I'm sorry they made it difficult. You didn't deserve it, Mama. You didn't deserve the cruelty you were shown. I make a promise to you. And I make a promise to Teta. I make a promise to his mom and every mother of Gaza. I make a promise to Aaron and his beautiful mother and our university students not stooping to our oppressors, to their strong mothers who made the choice to teach them better. I make a promise to all of you. Not just within my lifetime, but within yours too. We will be back home and the sky will be bright blue. We will see our beautiful golden dome. It's an unforgettable view. You'll stand tall and declare the beliefs you hold true. No longer standing alone, but thousands of people standing with you. I promise, my dear mothers, our freedom's near. Your children will never again have to live in fear. Sun shining and skies clear. No longer the banana, but the birds they will hear. I promise one day soon, you'll be back in the land you hold dear. Thank you.
So in Arabic sometimes, when we describe where somebody is from, we say they are bint that town. So like they are the daughter of that town. So Nour is bintul karam. And I'm not her mom, but I can't believe how proud I am of her at this moment. MashaAllah alayha. Give her another round of applause.
حكم النادي